Ahoy gamers and welcome back to Path of Exile 2 as we play through using only the Gamble Merchant. In this episode we continue off in Act 2 as we clear out the introduction area, we secure the caravan and then we fight our way to the gates of Halani. As we make our way there we do a bit of grinding to get a couple more levels just before we take on the traitor in Traitor's Passage. It's quite a tough boss, so without further ado let's jump on in. We are back on our Gamble only merchant playthrough as a hardcore solo self-found. This is a solo self-found character, don't ignore what's in the top right. Sorceress. As we make our way into Act 2. As you see, we are still in Act 1 at the moment. We have completed Act 1. If you look here, we've done everything here. I was only grinding the Devourer to get us some more of these vendor limits. So we're going to start this off with getting... what should we go for? Should we go for a new ring? Let's go for new rings and belts. So let's get ourselves one belt, two belts, and then maybe one ring. Or should we get an amulet? Let's go for one ring. We can afford two. Let's go for two rings. Right, okay. Fire resistance. So we'll do a bit of a search about what's better. So we've got loads of fire resistance. That's probably not really the best. Fire resistance again. That's not best either. And something like max mana is really useful. And increased life from flasks is really useful. Okay, I don't think we need... Ooh, this is really good for us. Life regeneration per second 4. I do lose a bit of fire regeneration. So we're going to see if we can upgrade this. I'm not sure if we can. Do we have normal to rare? Okay, I don't have the right resources to upgrade it. That's fine. We are going to keep hold of this. Because we are going to want to upgrade it later. So we've got one more. Do you have any money? Do you have enough money? Let's buy ourselves a random staff. Lightning damage. Okay, we don't do lightning damage. So we're going to make our way into Act 2. So just before we go into Act 2, we're going to go speak to Una here. So I have a decision here. Do we allow ourselves to buy flasks? Because we are never going to get any updated flasks from the Gamble Merchant. I think we allow ourselves to buy a flask. But we can't get like an upgraded version. It has to be just a normal white one like these down here. So if that's the case, I think that's fair. But we are going to try and do some of Act 2. So I'm going to probably put a poll out once this video goes live. And see whether I should be able to allow myself to use flasks or not. Or to buy new flasks. Because it is going to be what kills me. Just not having enough sustain. Or we just give it a go and hope for the best. I'm open to either or. I'm not too fussed. As you see here, we're going to try and make our way all the way through Act 2. How far we're going to make it today, I'm not too sure. I have only ever finished Act 2. I haven't got any further than that in any of my hardcore characters or any characters, because I've only ever played hardcore. Ooh, level 5 Spirit Gem, that's useful. That's not as useful as I thought it'd be, because I thought it was only level 4. But we'll keep hold of Spirit Gem, because that's very good. So today, we want to at least do this beginning part. We'll take on the Wrathbreaker. Maybe we can then take on the next zone. Because we are going to have to go relatively slow. These mobs aren't the hardest. But if they do start hitting me, they are going to hit like a truck. When we do the first quest here, and take on the Wrathbreaker, we will unlock ourselves the town. And the town is really useful, because obviously it's a town. Don't really need to explain that much more than that. So we want to get to the town as soon as possible. As you can see, we're still using the flame wall with the raging spirits, which is doing a load of damage. So I can drop that. We're currently level 20, so doing quite well for our levels. I'll quickly show what we've done for our spec. So we've made our way all the way through here to raw power. From raw power, we've got increased caster speed all the way to pure energy. We made our way up to critical overload. We've got ourselves potent incantation. That's a breath of fire. The next one we're going to go for is make our way up here to this one here. Higher fire damage and a higher chance to ignite. So we're going to go from the bottom rather than from the top. And then that's as far as I know. Some fire over here would be good. Really, we're just going to chase any fire we can find. Because then I think there's fire up here or something like that. Like I don't know. I'm just winging this if I'm going to be perfectly honest. Well, there's loads of fire up here. So we might go straight up here. Plus 20 to fire resistance. Okay, we're probably going to go straight up here. Because I can't guarantee what type of resistances I'm going to get as we play first as Gamble Merchant only. Because I don't know what we're going to find. Normally you can just grind some gear and hope to get the a right type of gear to drop. Or you can keep going into the shops over and over and hope you get the attributes you want. But as we're going for gear from the Gamble Merchant only, we can't guarantee on them. Also, I may sound a little bit rough or ill today, because I am a little bit ill. I wanted to get this video out before I return back to work, because I have to record all my videos over a couple of days on the weekend. So I want to get this done before I go back to work. So that does mean I do have to record while feeling a little bit rough. Hopefully it doesn't affect my performance, but my performance is always rubbish anyway, so there's going to be no change there. We're probably going to jump in, because you've seen what these mobs are like. They're not too tough. They've given us a bit of experience. We're going to jump back in when we get to the boss, and I explain the boss a little bit. Here is the first boss, the Wrathbreaker. See, when you come onto this boss, there's a load of hydras down there. Hyenas. I just want to take these out before you aggro the boss. There is a lot here. Bring your AoE, if you've got any, that is. Awesome. And then you just come to this top ridge here. You have to be careful with this one, because he has killed a couple of my characters before. One time he killed one of my warriors, because he actually bugged out. It's the big boy over there. He bugged out, and when I was moving away from him, he bugged out, and I couldn't damage him anymore. It's a bit weird. And so, just going to keep running around in circles. Once again, just want to try and avoid as much damage as possible. Oh yeah, I forgot I've got the Ember Fusillade. Just want to dodge all as many hits as possible. Keep dropping my flame walls on him. Every time he moves away, get my Ember Fusillade out. This is the interesting part when he brings in all these hyenas. Just want to keep moving. Pick up all the loot on the floor, of course, because that is my priority, as per usual. I'm a little loot goblin. Big hit. Okay, that almost killed me. However, we're fine. We have survived. We definitely want to regenerate our health as soon as possible. Come on, just keep moving. The number of hyenas is really painful. But obviously, it's what brings the difficulty to this fight. However, hyenas seem to mostly be down. Dodge this one. Perfect. Right, okay, I can handle those spears, but I just can't handle his big hits. One swing, two swing, and dodge. Okay, never mind. I still dodged, just at the completely wrong time. And he's down. Awesome. Right now, he survived the hyenas and all of his ads. He says, as it's not as easy as I thought it'd be. There's a lot of them. Come on, just keep running. Why am I slow? I'm slowed. not ideal. Alright, flame wall down. There we go. Okay, we've done this. And just like that, boss 1 of Act 2 is down. Now it's down. Just got to teleport back to town. We're done. Through the town portal. Zakara, or Zakar. Thank you very much. Earn the reward. Level 5 skill gem. Fine, we've already got level 5 skill gems anyway. And then we're going to make our way onto the caravan. So Act 2 is quite an interesting mechanic. All of Act 2 is based around this caravan, which I'll show you here, if you've never seen it before. So we are now on this caravan here. This caravan essentially moves around the map, depending where you need to go. Identify my items, please. Thank you. Right. So we can just sell our stuff here. I'm not going to buy anything. We can sell our stuff to normal vendors. Don't need level 5 skill gems. Perfect. And I'm not sure who the gamble merchant is in this town. So you are not a gamble. You're not a gamble merchant. Is it only Act 1 that has gamble merchant? You can't do it either. So it may only be Finn in Act 1. And if that's the case, completely fine. Which means we have to just keep going back to Act 1 every now and then. But obviously we do need to get a build up of 1 gold and 2 kills. We need to kill unique monsters. So here we've got 2 options to go. We've got the Trail of Corruption, which requires us to go to the Helani Gates. Or we've got another Trail of Corruption that takes us down to the Quarry. So we're going to probably go do the Quarry first. I know both of these will end up with us fighting a boss. But you click where you want to go. The caravan moves. You can leave the caravan to then explore the next area. So here we are in the Quarry. And I believe we actually physically go inside the quarry. It's pretty cool. Alright, waypoint. Thank you very much. So let's have a look what's here. The quarry's here. The mine. So it doesn't tell me if there's any bosses or anything here. I know there is one in the mine somewhere. But I guess we can't see it till we get down there. I'll show a couple of these mobs first. What level is this area? Level 17. So I am level 20. And these are quite tanky. As you can see, they're taking a lot of damage. But it is doable. So I think there's dogs and there's these weird demon things, there's crawlers. But all in all, I don't think the mobs here are that dangerous. So we could just go and probably just jump back in when we get to... Oh yeah, these Forsaken Hogs, be careful of these. They do that, which can do a lot of damage if you are stuck underneath that AoE. I think it stuns you and, well, just does a lot of damage. So we probably won't level up by the time we get to the quarry itself and level up and fight the boss. But get as much experience as possible would be perfect. So we'd actually probably do the quarry and then we'll see if we can do the gates. That is level 20. So it's slightly harder, the gates. But we will see how this episode actually fares. We're now within the Amardoon mine, which did take us a while to get here actually. Still doesn't say whether there's anything to kill here. Strange. I know there's a boss here. Or, no, is it this place? There may not be a boss here. I can't remember off the top of my head. I've only ever done this once before, as on my warrior. So I'm a bit rusty. So we are going to clear the mine. The mine is very much exactly what's up on top. I don't think there's much difference between the mobs. There are some that are fire resistant, like these miners are fire resistant. However, they still die, they still burn. Everything burns if you use enough fire. Ah, there is a boss. Here we are. Called Rudjar the Dread Engineer. You can see I've got my stats up there in the top right. My internet still is playing up. That's why I haven't been streaming. Still. It's been about 3 months now, my internet playing up, and I haven't got it fixed. They came and tried to fix it, didn't work, so I need them to come out and see and try and fix it for a second time. Obviously I'm going to have to pay for them to come out again, because you always need to pay. Right, so this one's all about fire, just going to keep my distance. Keep using my Ember Fusillade, and just keep running away. And drop a couple of these. So she was really strong against my warrior. She had a couple attacks which did so much damage. She's got to keep an eye out for any bombs that might appear. And there you go. I think she's going to throw some grenades at me. Okay. She's got some poison now. Trying to avoid that poison if I can. Should be relatively easy to dodge the poison because it's in the middle and I'm just going around the sides. Okay, let's just avoid this if I can. Ouch. Okay, just back in the middle. Good. Okay, come on. Can we break her CC bar? Can we stagger her? Come on, stagger her. Stagger. Need to do a few more Ember Fusillades. Should be her stunned. And this should be her over. Boom. Second boss of Act 2 over. And we're still using the very first flasks of the game. Amazing. Let's see if she drops any good loot. Oh, yes. Oh, we actually had room for those. Nice. Got a wand. That's pretty cool. And this person wants to talk to us. Fine. Right, we can now head back to town. We have a magic. Ooh, that's going to be good for the belt. And we're going to give ourselves Ember Fusillade is going to be upgraded. Perfect. Right, identify stuff. And then the only thing we need to do now is head towards the Halani gates. I don't think we need to talk to anyone. We don't need to talk to anyone. Good. So the first thing we're going to do is actually go back to the stash. Upgrade this to a rare item. And can we upgrade this anymore? I don't think we can. Do we have anything in here? You can upgrade with this. Cold resistance, life regen. So I do lose a bit of fire resistance, but that's fine. Yeah, I think that's probably worthwhile switching over to. Just for the life regeneration. 4 is quite significant. And let's start the gates of Halani. Wait for this to open. Here we go. So the gates of Halani is essentially quite a large map. There's a few gates we had to get through. I think there's 3 different gates, maybe 4. I like the fact there's caravans pulled up by all these undead.
The Halani gates have been
and okay, they're shut. Okay. So what we need to actually do is we can't go for the gates of Halani because they're all locked. We need to go and open them for them. So we need to go back to the caravan. And I think there is a I need to talk to Risu about the closed gates. And there is another way around, which is Trader's Passage. You need to go back to these gates. And now there should be a second path we can go. There we go, Trader's Passage. So now we have to make our way around the edge of the gate to get to the gate itself. We're actually going to, I know exactly where we're going to end this video. There is a fight, there's a boss here. This. Baobala, the traitor. That's where we're going to end this video. We are going to do a bit of farming here. We want to get to level 21 before we fight the traitor. The golem is quite tough. So the reason why the traitor is going to be the end of this episode is because that is actually where we lost one of our warriors. One of our hardcore warriors. It's quite a tough fight and I'd like to talk about it. And it may take us a bit of time to get ourselves ready for it. This could be bad. I am getting crashed again. I have really bad luck with this game. I don't know whether it crashes because my internet keeps dropping out. It says I'm still a hardcore. Right. Fingers crossed. My cat is still alive because it said before it said I was still a hardcore when I loaded in. And I loaded in and I was essentially dead. Oh, okay, I survived. Good. That's always worries me, is that sometimes I just randomly crash. And it's not my rig, that's for sure. My PC is very good. It's probably because my internet's absolutely rubbish at the moment. But that's always a worry. Always a worry. But we're going to keep farming this place anyway. We're a third of the way to the next level. And then we'll take on the traitor.
I can't do that yet.
Here we are. Did a bit of leveling. Now level 23. So we got ourselves this Path of Flame. So we do a lot more fire damage. Let's go on into the Ancient Seal. So to start this fight, you have to open all these runic seals. So there is one mechanic of this which will kill me. And it has killed one of my previous characters. I'll explain it when it happens. So here, just a normal boss fight to start off with. Just keep moving away from the traitor if you can. And he hasn't got loads of health. So just keep doing as much damage as possible. If you see any damage coming towards you, as per usual, just dodge it if you can. And just kind of wanted to keep my energy shield up as much as possible. There you go, this is it. The room goes in, fire comes from the middle of the room. You just walk around and try and find them again. If you don't find them again, the room will just keep filling with poison, and the poison will kill you. So that's the poison mechanic that killed my warrior before, because I just didn't know how to fix it, or how to stop it. You just have to go and find the boss that's hiding somewhere around the room. Not the hardest mechanic, but if you don't know about it, it will kill you. Especially on this character where I don't want to take any risks. There you go, he's got a spirit there, spirit's down. Obviously, every boss will normally have some form of ad, so you can get some more potion uses. As you can see, we're doing quite well without all of our potion uses. Ah, no, it's over. That's so annoying. Thought I was out of the radius of that attack. Well, that ends this challenge so far. We are going to go again, don't you worry. I don't know whether we'll carry on with a sorceress. Because I look on, if I resurrect, obviously I'm going to escape and delete his character. Whether I'm going to continue on with a sorceress, I'm not too sure. I don't know why I started here. Let's go back to character selection. So I've got to, what level did I get to? 23, dead. Right. So we're going to probably go again. However, we're probably going to go again as a hardcore, so self-found. But I'm going to leave it as a hardcore rather than so self-found, so I have access to my bank. And I'll probably make something like a ranger or something like a warrior. But I'm not too sure yet. Whatever class I make, other than a witch, which is here, whatever class I make, I have to use the weapon to skip me through the beginning area. Because the weapons you start off with, all the skills you start off with. Stop talking, I don't. It's execution, I don't care. Right, okay, stop talking. Fine. So each of these classes, you have to use your weapon to do the intro part. So I'm probably going to have to do that on any of these characters I'd start off with anyway, just because I just need a weapon, just to kill the first boss, just to get through that introduction. But we'll see what happens next week. I will remake. I don't know what class I'm going to remake yet. I will be back in a week's time, next Wednesday, as we catch back up with a new character. Hopefully I'll get back to Act 2, and then you'll just see us taking off from where we left off. However, we'll see. Depends how much I can get done in a week. Or this may take a week break, but I will do my best to get another video out next week. Some form of Path of Exile 2 challenge. So if you made this far, thank you much for watching. It's a bit of a sad one that the sorceress died. However, that's hardcore for you. Let's go give it another go. So if you made it this far, thank you much for watching. Got a few links down in the description below. One is to Mrs Rothmers, my other half's YouTube channel. If you like any fantasy lore stuff like Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, or Warhammer, and that type of stuff tickles your fancy, have a look over there. We've got a joint YouTube channel between me and the missus, where we collect the Age of Sigmar and the Battle for the Lord of the Rings battle strategy game. The miniatures, as currently we're building, painting, soon to battling. And then finally I've got a link to my Discord if you want to join the community Discord. Small community, slowly growing, feel free to join. So have a wonderful day everyone, and as per usual, peace out.